Yeah, I mean, what a great game. I thought Hunter Holland was amazing pitching to that lineup on the road, wind blowing out about 15 miles an hour pretty consistently. And we had a full house for 12 o'clock game on a Friday, kind of a late arriving crowd. They showed up in about the second. It was full. Um, he kept us in the game. Skeens was everything as advertised. I've never seen a better arm. I mean, at this level, it's unbelievable. But Hagan came in and kind of put out the fire there and got us through an inning or two. And I mean, you saw what happened. We finally broke loose, got a couple big hits, and Reese Robinette came in and I mean, couldn't ask for anything more. You got a freshman pinch hitting on the road. LSU, and first time he swung the bat, he hit it 400-foot opposite field for give us 3-run lead. And I'm just glad we kept tacking on runs because I felt like we needed to keep scoring. I've been a part of a lot of games down here, and no lead is safe.
Andrew Ellis.
Yeah, Coach. A lot of tension, obviously, on Skeens and him coming into this game. But Hunter Holland leaves with the lead after getting you into the sixth inning. Just overall, how would you recap his performance, and did he have anything put up a fight when you came to take him out of the game?
So, first off, on his performance, I mean, he struck out, I think, 7, walked like 1. I think he hit a batter, pitched out maybe 1 jam. He was up to like 87 pitches, and they were getting ready to see him for like the 3rd time. And when the top of the order, Cruz and White and some of those guys with big power, I just felt like I needed to get him. And when I come out, that means they're coming out of the game. So he didn't fight me. He started walking down the mound to give me and was going to give me the ball. Obviously, he would have liked to have stayed in the game, but he wasn't, arguing with me or anything. And I told him, I said, "Hey, stay up here for a minute. I want to talk to you." And I just told him that he did a great job. And, this is how we had planned it out. And he was in the upper 80s in pitches, and, let Hagan take it from here. But he had a great outing.
Obviously, going to Robinette worked out pretty well for you. I was just wondering, was that a matchup thing, or was he just the first bat you wanted to have in that situation? Did you know that going in, and just talk through the decision there?
Yeah, he was my first left-handed bat I had going. And, I think sometimes, they kind of show you what you need to do a little bit. There's some hints. And, I played him in the game on Tuesday, and, he hit an opposite field home run. He also got a big base hit to left center with 2 strikes on him. And I just thought, he knows strike zone a little bit, took the first pitch. And anyway, I just felt like it was, he could drive in a run for us. And fortunately, he ran into one and he hit it hard, and the wind took it. He hit it a long way.
Matt.
Hey, Dave, how big did you think the 6th inning was to get Skeen's pitch count up? Because I think going into that inning, he'd only thrown about 49.
Yeah, I mean, it's like he was throwing 10 pitches an inning. It was amazing. Even his misses, he didn't have very many what we call bad misses. I mean, it was just missing by a ball, 2, 3 balls, missing by 2 feet. And I think we fouled off a lot of pitches. He started throwing some more changeups and things we were laying off. And every pitch he threw probably averaged 99, 100 miles an hour. I know he threw a few on the board that said 92. So, that was a huge inning to get his pitch count up. And you start thinking, okay, they're definitely going to have to use another arm in this game.
And then just overall, your pitching to be able to hang with him with as good as he was today. I mean, how happy are you with the way your guys pitched?
Well, I'm ecstatic about it, honestly. I mean, we knew that, once Hagan had kind of entered his 2nd, 3rd inning, he wasn't going to come back tomorrow. And, we really needed to find a way to win that game, because we were using him. And obviously that takes away a big weapon out of our bullpen in a doubleheader. So it was big. I was really pleased, but more pleased that we found a way to win.
Hodge.
Speaking of Hagan, I'm curious what you thought of his stuff, how he did today.
When he first came in, his stuff was really, really good, especially, his fastball was good and he was locating it, but he had really good off-speed pitch. He was throwing that slider, and they were struggling with it. You know, it was starting out about mid-thigh. I think they kind of saw it as a fastball a little bit, and they'd swing a thing and run away from them, those lefties. And, you know, a few of the righties were swinging over it. And as he got tired, you know, after they see him a little bit, you know, it started elevating. But his stuff, you know, the first couple innings was really good. At the end, he was on fumes, you know, and we had a big lead. We didn't want to bring in another pitcher with what we have ahead of us tomorrow. I mean, we have at least 18 innings tomorrow. So for him to find a way to finish that game, that was big for us.
And y'all were already up 4, but to get the grand slam by Diggs, considering how dangerous LSU's lineup is, how big was that?
It was huge. I mean, I told the team after the game how, you know, one pitch here, one swing there can change the game. It can change the series. It can change how you manage things. And then I brought up, you know, Kendall Diggs, you know, we have 4-run lead, game's not over, and 2 outs, 2 strikes, and he hits the ball in the seats. Also, we got 8-run lead, and you know, gave us a little bit. He gave us a chance to maybe sit somebody down in the bullpen that we're going to use tomorrow.
Daniel.
Coach, have you talked to the guys kind of how they plan to mentally reset, or how you've told them to mentally reset, especially after like
Yeah.
2.5 hours of adrenaline pumping stuff for 18 innings?
Yeah, I mean, we talked after the game today. That was a really good win. A lot of good things happened, and how we hung in there and we fought and playing in a tough environment. But we, you know, at the same time, we still haven't won the series. And you know, I like the way that after the game, when the game ended, we didn't just go crazy and start celebrating. We know that it's just a game, and you know, we got 26 more conference games, but we got 2 more tomorrow. So you know, just enjoy it a little bit and learn from it and try to get ready to play.
Dudley.
Josenberger had the at bat there in the I guess the 4th inning to get a double and get it going. Talk about that at bat. Also, he was on 3 times.
Yeah, I thought he did a really good job today. You know, I think the double, it might have been with 2 strikes, might have been on a 0-2 count, but he smoked that ball down the right field line, a fastball. It's like they get ahead of him, and then they're trying to bust him in. And he kind of figured that out, and he jumped on that thing. And, you know, I think he took a walk. He got another hit into left center there in that last inning and ended up scoring. Yeah, he had a great day.
Matt, you got anything else?
Yeah, a couple more. In the 7th inning, they had 2 on against Hagan, and Parker backpicked Joe Bear at first base. From your perspective, what did you see there, and how big did you feel like that was to the outcome?
It was a huge play, and give credit to the players on that one. They're the ones that they saw that. And, you know, we've worked that play and practiced a few times, but, you know, we can call it from the bench, but they called it. They have the option to call it. And, you know, Brady being a veteran and really, I think Roland, you know, obviously he throws really well from his knees, and he's, you know, back picked, and he made a perfect throw. And, you know, you never know what would happen there. We might have struck the guy out 2 pitches later, but he also might have hit a double. So that was a big momentum killer at the time.
And then there was another play where they were out at home plate, I think in the 4th inning, where Morgan got thrown out. Did he get a late break toward home plate, or was that something that your players did?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It's like he took 2 steps, then he stopped. And then I don't know if he thought the ball was farther away or rolling, continuing to roll. I don't know what he saw, but then he just took off again. And it was, you know, a good job by the catcher and the pitcher. First off, you know, Roland didn't just sprint over the ball, turn and panic and throw. He knew he had time, made a perfect throw to Holland, and, you know, he didn't even get to the plate. So big play.
Robert, last one.
Coach, you talked a minute ago about guys getting up in the bullpen and then getting back down. I think we saw Brady Tiger down there this afternoon, but not throwing. I'm curious, do you have an update on his status?
Yeah, he was down there. I think he was coaching, or he was throwing left-handed, but he wasn't coming in the game, that's for sure. But he was down there, you know, just talking to the guys. I mean, we got Cody Frank down there too, kind of helping run that bullpen a little bit. I think they did a good job.
All right, Coach. Thanks for the time.
Okay.
Hunter Holland, Reese Robinette coming on deck.